All right, what's up, everybody? I am going to cross over to DCNDolo and do some reaction videos with AK87. He's been inquiring about doing some reaction videos, so I figured that I would let you all see him do the reaction video for the first time. So everybody shout out to AK87. Is there anything you would like to say?
I actually, as a person who watches YouTube a lot, I think I'll have a fun time doing this. And if my subscribers want me to continue doing reactions, I'll be happy to do it because I watch videos all the time. Let's get this cracking.
Oh yes, before we do that, make sure that you add DCNDolo at DCNDolo on Instagram. Also his AK87 at JANTOINEK. And then of course you got Ebony the Great One at EBONIE the Great One. That's ONE. I'm just filling in for a little bit. So while I'm filling in, I'm just giving him some type of reaction videos that he can start doing on his DCNDolo. DCNDolo. Oh. So what we're going to watch is Louis C.K. explain the meaning of being white. If you have watched it, I don't know what we're about to watch, but you can comment below and see what happens. So are you ready, Antoine? Your AK87, this is your first reaction video.
I'm very excited.
You watch him all the time.
I'm very excited because Louis C.K. is one of my favorite comedians who are out right now. I can't wait.
Well, that's good. And it starts in 3, 2, 1.
Well, how are your children doing? Are they all right? How are they?
My kids are good.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't. On paper, they're great. They're two little white girls in America.
Right.
I mean, what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at it that way. I look at them. I'm like, you can't say anything.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome.
Right.
Just boilerplate, great lives. I gave my daughter medicine the other day, and it was bubblegum flavored, so that she'll take it.
Bubblegum flavored medicine.
Yeah, you get like Tylenol. It's bubblegum flavored.
Oh, it's not methadone or anything. It's
No, it's bubblegum flavored. I give her, she's got a fever, Tylenol, bubblegum flavored, and she goes, ew. I'm like, you ew. You can't say ew. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I guess
It's medicine.
medicine, right, exactly.
It's medicine. Most children don't have medicine.
Right.
Most children in the world, when they get sick, they die on a rock with a bear eating them. That's how they handle it.
Right.
And, oh, he's got a sniffle, ring the bear bell and put him outside, whatever they do. You're a little white girl in America. You wear clothes made by children your age professionally. You don't get to say ew about your bubblegum medicine.
I never heard of bubblegum medicine.
Well,
you got the holidays coming up. Are you doing any plans?
no,
you seem like a very holiday guy.
Yeah. I just want to say I'm not trying to say that if you're white you can't complain.
Right.
I'm just saying that if you're black you get to complain more.
Right.
Because you can't. There you go.
Don't tell the band that. Yeah.
Because you can't, that's right. You can't take people's, like, historical context away from them. And
Right.
everybody wants us to. Like, white people are always like, come on, it wasn't us. Like, they want black people to forget everything. Like, every year, white people add 100 years to how long ago slavery was. I've heard educated white people say slavery was 400 years ago. No, it very wasn't. It was 140 years ago. That's two 70-year-old ladies living and dying back to back. That's how recently you could buy a guy. And it's not like slavery ended and then everything has been amazing. Like it just...
Oh, glad that's over.
Oh yeah, it just ended like a clean where you don't have to wipe. Just boom. And then it's just been parades and presents ever since. You gotta remember that if you meet a black person, they have gray hair, they remember a time they weren't allowed to use a certain toilet. So give them a little, time to be cranky. And by the way, white people have our own thing that stuff that we went through.
Sure.
That hurt us, that we have to cope with. Like when they took our slaves away. That was really hard for us. And we're still, so it's pretty even.
So it's even.
Yeah.
It's even. All right, be right back with Aaron Wilson. Louis C.K.
Everybody has different words that offend them, different things that they hear
Wow.
that they get offended by. To me, the thing that offends me the most is every time that I hear the N-word. Not nigger, by the way. I mean the N-word. Literally, whenever a white lady on CNN with nice hair says the N-word, that's just white people getting away with saying nigger. That's all that is. They found a way to say nigger. N-word. It's bullshit, because when you say the N-word, you put the word nigger in the listener's head. That's what saying a word is. You say the N-word, and I go, oh, she means nigger. You're making me say it in my head. Why don't you fucking say it instead and take responsibility for the shitty words you want to say? Just say it. Don't hide behind the first letter like a faggot. Just say nigger, you stupid cunt. I don't know. I don't care. Somebody will kick my ass. I mean, all this shit goes on in my head. I don't really, I thought the word nigger the other day. I'm going to tell you this story. And it wasn't racist. It wasn't a race-even connotation. Let me tell you what happened. I went to a coffee place. And it was like a cool indie coffee. I don't like Starbucks anymore, because you go there and they don't care anymore. They just press a button and some old lady's diarrhea comes out and they just give it to it. So I go to like a young people cool coffee place with like my band's playing notices on the walls, and it's called like the Howling Dew whatever thing, and the dude behind the counter's got a tight t-shirt and a ponytail, and he's like, hey, what's up, man? And I was like, hey, can I get a cappuccino? And he's like, yeah, right on, totally. Like, he's amazed that he could help me. Like, oh yeah, I got all this stuff right here. That's awesome. And so he starts making my coffee he works so hard. He ground the beans just for that one cup and put them in the thing and tamped them with this old thing, and you click, clack, and click, and then he took the milk and he frothed it like for like an hour, and then he banged it on the counter. I don't know why, it was awesome, and he scooped it in and put a little cocoa on it, and he said, here you go, man. And I was just blown away, and for some reason, as I left there, the thought in my head was, that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. He wasn't black. That's just what was in my heart for some reason, was that nigger made the shit out of my coffee. I don't know.
Why
How
did
is that
our
not racist?
subscriber have us watching this?
I know,
I mean, everything that we introduce to the world is shitty. Meaning white people. Because I really think that white people are from like another planet. Because when we came to America, it was so nice. It was just Indians, and they weren't even Indians. We called them that by accident, and we still call them that. Like we knew in a month that it wasn't Indians, but we just don't give a shit. We never correct it. We came here, they're like, hi, and we're like, hey, you're Indians, right? And they're like, no. No, this is India, right? No, it's not, it's totally other place. You're not Indians? No. Ah, you're Indians. You're Indians for hundreds of years after. We ruined everything here. This was it was just coast to coast, just green and brown and beautiful. And all the humans were just walking around with painted faces, just walking, and they'd be like, oh, that looks yummy, and then they just eat from the ground, and then they'd sleep on the grass, and they'd wake up and they'd fuck, and then they'd go for a swim and do a little dance. That was the whole continent, was just folks doing that. I mean, there was people in Mexico cutting off kids' heads and rolling them down the pyramid stairs. But that's always going on. What are you gonna, you can't do a whole lot about that. But I think we came from another planet, and the reason is because we don't like it here.
I mean, why, if we're from here, if we belong on Earth, why aren't we comfortable on Earth at all? We need nice, smooth surfaces and right angles, and we need it to be cool and not too hot, that's just perfect. Like, why wouldn't, when it's hot, why wouldn't we just, yeah, fuck it? Why wouldn't we be like that if we belong here? And it's weird because people that aren't, whatever you call there's environmentalists, and then there's people who are whatever, they just hate environmentalists. But that's what people get angry at environmentalists because they think they're slowing down the economy and creating restrictions. And a lot of these people are Christian. A lot of these people are very devout Christians. And that's such a confusing thing to me, that if you believe that God gave you the earth, that God created the earth for you, why would you not have to look after it? Why would you not think that when he came back, he wouldn't go, what the fuck did you do? I gave this to you, motherfucker. Are you crazy? The polar bears are brown. What did you do to the polar bears? Did you shit all over every polar bear? Who did this? Who spilled this shit? Who spilled this? Come over, did you fucking spill this? What is that? It's oil, it's just some oil. I didn't mean to spill. Well, why did you take it out of the fucking ground? Because I wanted to go faster. I'm not fast enough. And I was cold. What the fuck do you mean cold? I gave you everything you needed, you piece of shit. Well, because jobs. What is a job? Explain to me, what's a fucking job? You work at a place and when people call when their game doesn't work and you help them figure it out. What do you do that for? For money. What do you need money for? Food. Just eat the shit on the floor. I left shit all over the floor. Fucking corn and wheat and shit. Ground up, make some bread. What are you doing? Yeah, but it doesn't have like bacon around it and like I like when it has like bacon on it and Sorry I'm being so negative. I'm a bummer. I don't know. I shouldn't be. I'm a very, lucky guy. I got a lot going for me. I'm healthy. I'm relatively young. I'm white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh yeah, I'll take white again, absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm gonna stick with white, thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you, I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2, I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great, and I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker.
Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag.
So that was a lot of show.
Okay, subscriber, I don't know why you chose this particular reaction to be, especially my first reaction, but I mean, what I like about Louis C.K., he's very blunt. He really can care less what your reaction. I can hear some of the cringing and some of the audience reactions to what he was saying, but especially at one point he said that he wasn't racist with that coffee thing. That's worth the statement. I don't know how you mean.
I don't even know where that came from.
Yeah.
And as many times as he said the N word, I said, ooh.
Yeah, it's still stung. You know what I mean? Just.
And it seems like he just makes his comedy off of that, but you can tell, like when he mentioned slavery and how white people put hundreds of years on it. It really wasn't that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
That lets me know you know your history and you don't feel that way, but you're gonna capitalize off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an interesting show. It had a lot in it. Well, I didn't know it was gonna be like a multiple of clips.
Mm-hmm.
All I can say is I'm proud to be a black woman, and we will one day come up really high and handle what we need to handle. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, that's one thing I would disagree with him on. Especially in today's society, I'd rather be a black guy than a white guy, because you know we are trend setting pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
At least in this country. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I've had a lot of people who travel the rest of the world, and they said they really admire black men from America. I'm a black man from America, but as far as in the year 2, I'm pretty sure Africa was fine. White people didn't come to that continent at that time, so I'm pretty sure Africa was fine.
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, we were. So that just comes back to history, and he does a lot of controversial things. I do like it, and I do like the fact that we're putting some positives, that I can kind of laugh at it as opposed to really get mad at it. He does a wonderful job of making us laugh, because he, you know, when he's saying it, he laughing inside too. It sounds foolish coming out of his mouth, but he's a redheaded white man, so he couldn't have got the same equality.
Yeah, basically.
Because that's not, but you know. But yeah, but thank you, Louis C.K., for putting these videos out. We're going to continue to watch them. I'm taking over again. Go ahead.
Well, I'm, you know, I have to see another reaction from him. You know, I'm starting to, when I was looking at the clips, I'm thinking, I'm thinking he's some new guy that I picked up on a couple years ago, but it makes it seem like he's been around for a long time.
I ain't never even heard of him. But I'm going to thank you when I get my Emmy Award. Oh,
yeah, because he helped out your channel. Yeah, so you got to help out ours too.
Yeah, so Louis C.K., please comment and subscribe and like, and let us know when you do it. But yeah, so I'm taking over again. Go ahead. I can't help it, guys.
That's fine.
I'm on my DCNDolo mood.
This is AK87 from DCNDolo with my special guest.
This is ETG, Ebony the Great One. So, that's my real voice, guys.
Falsetto.
In a falsetto. Ooh, ooh, baby. Anyways, we out.
Peace.
Peace. In the Middle East, rain is fine.